Okay guys, we're gonna do a demo review of Burger Dog. Let's see what he does. I have looked at the whole demo and I've written down a few rounds, so we'll have a look at these rounds in particular. So let's see. Round 1. It's a full rush long on pistol round. I don't mind it. Yep, pre-fire in the corner. You kill that guy who seems to try to get into pit, but didn't have a chance to. That's good. That's good, that's good. You've got... Oh, that's a decoy, okay. So now... So it's all good up until about here. So here is... Okay, one thing I'd say. So, this guy's getting the bomb down. It's a 5v2. So, you know, you don't need to play it aggressive. You can just play it safe. So, but now, you don't know where this guy is. So this guy could already be long. And you could get backstabbed pretty easily that you're picking here. So this guy's keeping you distracted. He's keeping two of you guys distracted. So what I would do here is, you can be in the same position or you can, you know, run up here, whatever you feel like. I think you do this eventually. But I'm more saying, do this quicker, just then watch long. Because then you've got 4 guys on site watching, probably 2 or 3 watching here, the other 2 or 3 watching here or whatever, and then you're watching long. Instead you spend a fair amount of time watching this. Okay, that guy gets spotted. Now you know where both are. And you're kind of crouch walking shooting at that guy, so... He's got a 5.7. His gun's actually better than yours, but he can't seem to aim it very well. But if he had a USP... USP is a one-shot kill pretty much at that range. The Glock is not. So he has the advantage at that range with his gun. But I think you win the round anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So you saw him cross to the doors. So yeah, yep, now you go watch long. Alright, smart move. One guy dies in short. They spot both, so now you should go back and watch short. Which you do now. Okay. And the guy dies. Okay, so you win pistol round. That's all good. Yeah. The small mistakes, you know, you make aren't going to cost you rounds, but they can cost you rounds. So if he got that kill on you, then maybe you got that kill on the second guy. You know how these things can spiral out of control. And then, you know, 2v3, even after plants, you can still win it. The only thing I want to point out on this round is this smoke grenade. So let's just pause it. So that smoke grenade is going to land about here. It's actually going to take a while to land. Now you got no one pushing long, so smoke grenade is going to be a bit interesting. So usually you throw a smoke grenade here if you know they're going to be holding that corner with a rifle or with an AWP, and you think you can't outshoot them. You want to take them on if they're out here, or you want to push them back to sight. But then you're against pistols, so they're going to choose either one of 2 things, or one of 3 things against pistols. So they're either going to fall back to sight, so you can get long control. I'll come back to that in a second. Or they're going to fall into pit, which is a much stronger position than this corner, which makes it actually a lot harder for you to kill them. Or they're just going to run straight through it. Since they have pistols, they don't care. They can jump straight through smokes pretty easily. If there's a few of them, it's going to be a lot harder to kill them. So if they run back, now you have 3 guys to deal on sight. If nobody goes long, it's going to be what, a 4v3? Whereas if you didn't smoke that, maybe have 1 or, you know, 2 guys here, and then when you go up here, it'd be a 4v1 or 2. So that smoke, the benefits of that smoke are not very good on the anti-eco rounds, is what I'm saying. And that smoke does land late, so it's landing at 148, and you flash yourself, so that's not good. It lands about 148, so it does allow them to get to the pit pretty easily, and there's also a gap. So, yeah, you do check pit, so that's good. I'm not sure if you don't. Oh, you probably didn't see that guy jump, so that's fair enough. But yeah, so it's more not quite sure on what your point of using that smoke. Why is not going for those peaks? Yep, kill this guy. You have the bomb, so really you should be planning rather than peeking, but you kill the guy short, and then the other 2 guys just drop dead instantly, so not much else you could do here. This one, another small thing, is, okay, They can have pistols again, because they're CTs, they can't buy until round 4, unless... They could arm a pistol buy in the second round, but they can't. They're not going to buy on round 3. So you upgrade to an AK over your UMP. Maybe you didn't like the UMP. I don't know. But, however, none of your teammates, I noticed after this round, none of your teammates picked up that UMP, so there's no point buying that AK. You may as well stick to the UMP, get the extra kill reward money for it, and then upgrade to the AK the next round. So if you die this round, nobody picks up that UMP, that's a waste of, you know, over $3,000. Whereas if you kept that UMP and you died, you know, you wasted only $1,000 with the UMP money. And then you buy up the next round, and you can easily buy up the next round. If you actually look at your money, you got $2,000. If you lose this round, you have $3,400. So you can't actually buy an AK and armor with that. You need $3,700. So that's a bit of a problem with that, and that's not including grenades at all. You do buy grenades. I do like that you buy grenades. But yeah, so if you kept the UMP, you'd have 4,700 plus. You'd have, you know, almost 6,000. You'd have $6,000 even if you die. If you don't get a kill, you lose the round. You have $6,000. You could pull buy. You could buy AWPs. You'd be rolling in the dough. Alright, so what do you do this round? Do you want to go B tunnels? Is that okay? You seem to lag out a little bit.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
I'm not quite sure what you're going. Maybe your teammates call something and you want to go B and you decide to go against the call. You know, go with the call while you're already going B. That's fair enough.
Grenade.
So the problem, you know, so this grenade's actually going to do a lot of damage, and it's a fair enough grenade when you do throw it. It does, well, actually it only does 22 damage. Okay, so I'm going to point out, now, I don't think this actually really matters, but you might matter, I'm not quite sure, I can't remember. You got 3 guys here. This guy finally turned around. You had 3 guys watching this one angle. This guy, to be fair, was watching this angle. But what if this guy pushed up here? Or what if they killed that guy? You had no one watching behind, so... You know, whether it was you, whether it's another guy. He looked like he's trying to entry frag, so maybe it should be one of your other guys. Maybe watching down this angle, or watching up this angle. I don't think it actually matters, because this guy's watching here, that guy's watching there, so you're kind of all good. But you've got to push in quickly here, before they can easily flank you. Go for the pre-fire spots. So you go for those pre-fire spots, you find out there is a guy there, and the bomb carrier is actually trying to run back. So you're actually kind of blocking him here. Now, that bomb carrier could easily run to B, as now you've spotted. So I think it was this guy. Yep. He spotted at least 2 on A. Perhaps he spotted that 3rd. So now you should just rotate to B. Easy peasy. Round one. You don't want to lose against pistols. So, alright, so now you commit to the A. You get head dinked twice with a USP or a 5.7. So you pull back. So you shouldn't be going, like... Now you're in a bit of a pickle. Because he's got the bomb. You're on one hit kill. He's 2 hit kills. 1 hit kill if he goes up to here. What you should guys do is he should fall back. You should stay where you are. Kind of just stay around in this area. Wait for those 2 guys. Get the flank and get the kill since they've got full health. Like, okay, Bob gets the kill, and you got long does eventually flank. So you win with 3 guys surviving, 4 guys surviving, so that's decent. The next round we're going to look at, I'm not quite sure. Okay, you could have bought an AK. An AK is superior to the Glil. I'm not quite sure. Do you prefer the Glil? I'm not sure. I don't know. You buy the Glil. Maybe you feel lucky. But the other thing I want to notice is. So Bob has 4K, AAYW has 6.2K, you got 1.2, so you could buy an AK, that's okay, you decided to get Squirrel. But Infamous, well, Bob doesn't buy, maybe he's okay, it looks like he's AFK. Now someone should have dropped Infamous, so now that's to Bob, well he doesn't have enough money, so he should drop him a gun, and maybe him a gun. if he can, because he's got 6k, so he could drop 2 guns. He should drop him an AK and him an AK.
Deploying flashbang.
Let's just see. Okay, so
Throwing smoke.
let's just have a look at this. So Bob's not AFK. 2 AKs. Few grenades. A Galil. That's okay. Lots of grenades. That's good. Lots of grenades. I like it. Here's where the problem lies. An MP7. A Glock. Against armor. Except for this guy. Oddly enough. And no grenades. And no grenades. So it's a odd buying strategy. I'm not quite sure why that guy has no armor. But that Glock is going to do nothing. That MP7's probably not going to do anything. And the fact that these guys have no grenades is not helping at all. Oh, one other thing I got to notice. No armor on these 3 guys. What? I don't understand. Anyways.
Grenade.
So you probably threw that smoke before that other smoke popped. So that's fair enough. You do end up wasting that smoke because you're not going to run through the smoke, which is good. So that smoke will land about here. Actually, oddly enough, if you can get the smoke to land here, you can push out there pretty easily without having to worry about platform. Which may have been where you're smoking, or you're smoking here. So you can push out that way, which is good enough. You know, if this smoke didn't pop, what I would do, or what you may have been intending to do, but you know, you wouldn't do it because of that smoke. But smoke here, Molotov there, and then easy win. But that smoke's up, so you can't do that, so that's good. Your teammate decides that you're the best person to nade, so he nades you in the face. So let's just have a look. Now, you're watching lowers, but you're only watching lowers to upper. While you have 3 guys watching upper tunnel, so I assume they're going to push as soon as that smoke clears. And you've got 1 guy watching long. So if you were here, let's just say you were here, you would have seen this guy push up. You could flank from, let's do this cleaner. If you're here, you can see that guy push up. You could then flank from mid when your 3 guys are pushing into B. Instead of being here, and then when if you're planning on pushing with these guys, you got to communicate with these guys and push B all as 4. But now that you've given up, you know, this area of the map, look what they've done. They've got 3 guys on the B site now, and he's up here. This guy's going to get killed. Killer Whale here, and Ninja. They're going to kill Bebzalella. Maybe one trade. But as soon as he goes down, the control of the map. The control of the map is all of this to the CTs and this. So you've only got this little section. You got like less than a quarter of the map as controls within the first, 30 seconds. Alright, so not even a 1-for-1 trade, because he just got flanked because he was only watching long. No damage dealt. So, look at this control that the CTs have. All of that area. You've just got this little area here. So now you've got 2 choices. So now they know you're going to go B. So he's going to rotate probably around. He'll rotate. Oops. He's going to probably rotate around. He'll possibly rotate here. He'll go into B, and they've got those 2 guys still holding B. It's going to be hard taking B side at the moment. Let's have a look. Have a look what they've got on B. He's got 2 flashes. He's got no grenades. Okay. He's got a smoke, so if this guy runs into B, smoke's up here, you've lost the round pretty much. Just pretty much instantly you've lost that round. Because now, they've got you trapped in tunnels. 1, possibly 2, possibly 3 spots they can watch, and these 2 guys, you're not going to push through that smoke. So this is a lot about map control, which you've got no map control of at the moment.
Flashbang.
And now, 1 guy runs into B solo. Bomb's here. You 2 are here, so if you didn't want to run into B with this guy, fair enough. You need to communicate with your infamous guy here, and to push mid to B, and help these 2 guys out pushing B. At the moment, everyone's just running into B one at a time. Let's just look on the new map. So, those 2 run into B together. You finally come in and back them up.
Flashbang.
So there's that third guy at B.
Smoke.
You got no smoke for the doors, so that's a bit of a problem. So what you should do right now. What you should do right now is you should grab that bomb, ignore him. He has to push. He has to push through either the window or the door. So you grab the bomb. You can run back and join your teammate, who's about to. I'm not sure where he's looking. He's looking the wrong way. He should be looking this way. So if you grab the bomb, join your teammate. You actually have all the time in the world to push back to A and do a 2v3. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How long do you have to push to A? 35 seconds it takes you. If you do this, it'll take you 32 seconds. If you go this long way around, all the way around, 38 seconds. You've now picked up a smoke grenade. So you could smoke off the doors, you could grab that bomb, you could call your teammate back in, you could plant it there. You're going to get flanked from all. If he joins him in mid, you've got 1, 2, 3 areas to look at with 2 guys. So not likely you're gonna win. But if you can grab that bomb, and if you can go all the way to A site, you can possibly watch it in pit, and you only have these. So the only angles you now need to watch is these two angles. Or if you plant on A, the only angle you kind of need to watch, if you play this box, is that angle and that angle. So again, 2 angles, 2 guys.
Grenade.
That grenade, I think that failed, but that grenade from that angle is never going to work. So even if you did hit the door, it's just going to bounce right in front of the door. It's not going to do anyone because most people are going to play out here, so it won't do any damage to them at all. If you wanted that grenade to do a lot of damage, if you bounce it off this wall, so if you throw it up here and bounce it off there, that could do a fair bit of damage. And end up nading you. So you're down to 50 health without really seeing a dude, just because of grenades. Your teammates and your own. So just because of team grenades. So yeah, so you've picked up the bomb, you've decided that, okay, if they push through I'm going to kill them, I'm going to get the kill, and then I'm going to turn it into a 1v2. So you've decided to take the Angel, Galil, against A1. A1's probably going to win, but it all depends how well you can control the spray of both guns. You've still got 2 grenades, so you could have, you could have smoked off the doors and then taken the Angel. Or you could have smoked on the doors, planted while he covers you taking the Angel. Instead you die, and your infamous guy here with his MP7, 24 health, has to deal with an M4 and an AWP. He's one-shot kill to both. So kind of bad luck on that Angel, but you could have played that a bit better. Alright, the next round. Mac 10. Maybe you're just cycling through weapons and you're like, nah, I don't like the UMP. I bought that one, so I went to an AK. Didn't like the AK, so I'm going to buy the Galil, and now I'm going to buy a Mac 10. Let's see how much money did you have? You had three 100. So you could go armor plus Galil again if you wanted to. However, this guy buys an AWP. This guy doesn't have any money to buy. This guy doesn't really have enough money to buy. You really didn't have enough money to buy. This guy could buy. So maybe you could ask this guy for a drop. Ask this guy for a drop, or is this guy going to drop this guy? So if he drops him, and maybe he buys a Galil and some nades, or an AK, no nades, armor, whatnot, and he can drop you. There's no reason to buy a Max 10 here. I don't think it actually hinders you too much, but you could also bought a Tech 9 armor and a bunch of grenades. That could also be useful. Infamous buys the MP7 again. Guy gets a scout. Okay, so this looks like a mixed buy. Let's actually look at the other team. No armor. So actually a Mac 10 could be useful against these three guys here. But it's worse than that gun, worse than that gun, worse than that gun, worse than that gun. I don't know. Did he have no money? I don't know. But yeah, so it could be useful. You're going up against... So you're going up against 2 guys. 4v2. Who's here? Killer Whale. And these guys. So your Mac 10's going to be useful against this guy. Not going to be useful against that guy. And you've got to get close with the Mac 10. So you don't want to take those long range angles. You pick up the scout, so okay. Yeah, you just want to like take a shot, then hide behind the corner.
I'm throwing smoke.
Ah, bad luck. Like, once an AWPer knows where you are, you're gonna have to use grenades to get out of there. So you're not gonna win with a scout against an AWP unless you get that good headshot. Maybe you didn't know it was an AWP, which is fair enough, but yeah. So it's all AWP getting past and killing AWPers easily. You're either gonna have to out AWP them or use your grenades to beat them. Same applies for auto snipers as well. You can AWP auto snipers quite easily. It's a hard counter for them. Or you can just use grenades to get around them, and they can't be mobile very. All right, this next round. All right, so now you buy the AK again. You've got a smoke. You can buy another flash. Okay, let's see what you do with your grenades. Let's see what you do with your grenades. See how you and your team play the round and what positions you guys get in. So you're 10 and 5. So you're not too bad. 4 and 7 Seaside, not too bad. Well, I assume this is an Xbox smoke. I think it is. So that lands there, so you're faking short. Interesting. Oh, okay. This is what this round's about. So I'm going to pause it. So this smoke here, it allows people to hide in the smoke. So whenever there's a smoke up, that's either... Whenever there's a smoke up, it's always possible... Whenever there's a smoke up and it's possible that they were near the smoke, they could always be hiding in the smoke. So you notice this guy's in that smoke, this guy's in this smoke. So I know it's a, 5v2, so you're probably not too worried. But, you should always just check your smokes. And even now, you should be watching long. So maybe, since this guy's not watching mid anymore, this guy could have gone long. So you should be watching long, you should be careful of your smokes. Go here, straight quickly. Yep, alright. Alright, this is another round where you have a very odd buy. You're going back to this UMP that you didn't like before. You didn't have enough money to buy an AK, but you could have bought a Galil armor and some nades. You could have also asked your teammates to drop. They did $6,000 each. 5,000, 6,000, 4,000, 6,000 after buying. Maybe your teammates aren't very communicative. But yeah, you should still ask your teammates to drop then. Let's see what else you do this round. Oh, okay, let's see how you got killed. So, your AWPer here, or your actually you had an AK. But your AK guy here, who's looking down here, got AWPed. So now you've got to realize that within a couple of seconds, the CT... Now you've got to realize that within a couple of seconds, the CT has all of this map control. So you should never be running into an area where the CTs could have map control with the grenade out. I'm not quite sure where you want to put that grenade. Maybe down here as you did before, which would have been okay normally. But yeah, that's why you died. AK out, and then if you don't see it when you peek with the AK out, maybe then peek out with your nade. Or peek with your AK first, then go back around the corner, then go back around, throw your nade, quickly peek with the AK again. Okay, so you decide not to AWP, you throw it away. You've got 3 AWPers, so throwing that away is fair enough. You buy yourself an AK, you got some lovely grenades, I like it. Bob, so you're running a 3 AWP setup. I'm confused about this. I'm always confused about the buying strategy in this game. So, that smoke again, lands here. Such late in throwing it. Look where they are. One's already past that smoke. One's already up at the doors. That smoke's completely useless. Well, in this round, it's completely useless. And also, no one's pushing out with that smoke. So let's see where that smoke actually lands. It lands here. So now there's a guy in that smoke. So, okay, it works on this guy. And this guy knows it. This guy's, okay, there's no one in bedroom. You can come out of the smoke easily. So, what you want to do with that smoke, which, it's a good smoke. Like, smoking this corner's off pretty good. Get your teammate into here. Then you throw that smoke. And then he peeks out. Catches the guy trying to run to pit. So, it's good smoke. But it's just, maybe you're trying to fake long, but they immediately know. So he pushes out right now that you're not going long.
Throwing a flashbang.
Okay. Yep, he spotted a guy. I assume he threw that Molotov so he wouldn't push through, which is fair enough. However, he was already through. This is kind of why he managed to get out without any damage. He was already through. Even if he Molotoved here, he's going to take 10 damage. I think the Molotovs do about 10 and 4 to start with, and then they start doing a lot more damage. So if you Molotoved out this area, he's not going to push through. If you Molotoved, this area, he's not going to push through, where he has to run through more of the Molotov. Instead, you kind of throw it back here. Like, maybe you thought he was still out here, which is fair enough. And that's more of that infamous guy's fault for not turning around. And he lawnmowers you down with an MP9, which can happen with the MP9 at close range. And now you got 3 ults. So, not all your fault. There's just a few things you can improve on what we do here. I believe this is another one of those, you like to throw a smoke. It ends up not being a very useful smoke most of the time, and it gets you out of position to throw it. Yeah, so you buy a smoke. You're going to smoke off... Okay, so we're going to stop here. So your plan is to smoke off these long doors. Now, on CT side, against pistols, I wouldn't bother smoking off these long doors. So the thing is, okay, so normal peak positions where that X is, that smoke's going to land there. That angle is where you're going to see them. So they got, 2 seconds to jump out of that smoke pretty easily and kill you. To be fair, they do kind of have to come one at a time through the smoke, so you can get a few kills. But this smoke at long, let's see when it lands. So it hasn't landed yet, and he's already at that area. So, perhaps it might save your teammate if he falls back a little bit, but it's very easy for that guy to run out of long and just completely ignore that smoke. And you should, yeah, here we go, you should be backing him up. So that smoke lands, they're already out, they just ignored it. You can do that on pistol rounds. And you had no armor, so you got, I do like that you bought the kit. The kit was good, but yeah, no armor against squawks can always be a death sentence. And yeah, smokes on pistol rounds can be relatively useless. If you're holding B side, a good smoke can be there. But apart from that, smokes on, or maybe here as well, but smokes on pistol rounds can be relatively useless as CTs. Alright, this next round, you lost pistol round, so that's fair enough. Let's just see what you buy, because the meta at the moment is to force buy on second round, because you can still buy on the 4th round as CTs. Even if you buy up full on the second round, you can still buy on that 4th round. So I'm just gonna, let's just look at the money. So Bob has 600, All has 1,000, Infamous has 1,500, you've got 1,500, and Beb's had 0. So your team's kind of force buying. You should buy with them. You can buy with them, you can still buy on that 4th round. Let's see if it affects you much at all. So you seem to like playing from car. I don't know whether this is just with your pistol. This is normal actually, you like playing from car. You should keep switching up your positions when you're holding long. So unless you're trying to play the rotate and your teammates aren't communicating very well. But yeah, you should keep switching up your positions. There you get a kill. That's nice, 2 kills. So they don't predict that you're in a certain spot. Ah, yeah, okay. How dandy. So you win that round and it didn't really matter that you didn't buy. But it would have been better if you bought anyway, just in case. Okay, I got 3 more rounds including this round to look at. So he doesn't buy, that's a bit odd. He had the money to buy armor, doesn't buy armor. 1 kit, maybe we could afford another kit on you if you wanted to. You had money for it, why not? Here's that smoke again, okay. That smoke, where you're playing, is actually annoying. So if we just look on your screen, they can come out of, at about a 30-degree angle. You've got to watch with that smoke. So there's the barrel, they can come out this close, they quickly run back here and come out like this. So they're the two angles. You've got to watch. Your angle you have to watch is that long. If you come to a long, since your smoke takes too long to land, if you maybe pop flash across long, then just throw a normal smoke in, you can play this corner or here, and have to watch pretty much, if you play from here, you have to watch pretty much that angle. That's the only angle that, so it's a smaller angle which makes it easier kills, but your smoke fades so nothing really matters here too much. Alright, so let's just have a look at where your CT's in position. So you're holding long, that's your job. You got one guy holding B, one guy short, one rotator, and one mid. Okay. So this is nothing to do with you again, but this guy here, he should already be in B side. There's no reason for him to watch short, and there's no reason for him to watch mid at the moment, and there's no reason for him to watch long at the moment. So he looks like he's coming up the ramp. He should already be, you know, at minimum about where that X is, because he called that there were guys in B. He died, so this guy should already be on his way to B. He's got a scout, so okay, so I can see why he was a bit slow because he had a scout. But let's just have a look. Infamous is up short, so that so it's kind of an awkward position for him to be in. Maybe if he came mid and called this guy to go to B, since he has an MP7 and well, he's got a few grenades, but it's just a bit of out of position with the wrong weaponry to hold off B very easily here. Not sure on that incendiary. Maybe that call came a bit late that he killed them. He's like, there's a guy in mid, there's a guy in mid. So he decided to incendiary off the doors. But, you know, he killed him, so unless he called, maybe there's another one. So maybe that's team communication again. So you probably know that there's one guy in B, and you probably don't know that there's a second guy yet. I'm not sure where that smoke was going to land. Yeah, that flash is fine. Okay, so now you know where one is, and you know that one's planning. So now's the time to push in. This guy should already be in tunnels. You should, okay, you saw where that grenade came from. You should be watching the platform. So if you take this guy out, it's going to be an easy match. Instead you try to get the planner, which doesn't end well. And I do like that, you know, you and Bob push in at the same time, so that's good. But yeah, you should try and get the guy who's not planning first, and then get the planner second. So you're going to buy a UMP. So you had $4,000, you couldn't buy an M4. You could buy a FAMAS. You could buy a P90 and no nades. That smoke's fine. And maybe you like the UMP. The UMP actually does a lot of damage against armor, so I don't mind it. I'm just going to go over this. So this box, good spot to play. He's already pushed up, so you can just rotate straight off B. Terrorists have, at the moment, since he doesn't know very much, the terrorists can have all of this control. So probably they won't have that area, and probably they won't have that area. But if you can rotate to mid here and hold them off so that you can get pretty easily all of, you know, this control, you can easily tell where they're going very, very quickly. So yeah, you should be rotating straight to mid as soon as that guy's pushing tunnels, or you can push with him. So yeah, that Molotov's okay. I don't mind it. Yep, see, it delays them, so that's good. But now they know where you are. They saw where that Molotov came from. So what you should do is you should now reposition, either at car. Now, you might get a kill, you might get 2 kills, but you should reposition either at car or at door. But look, this guy's already at window. Because of this lack of mid control from you CT guys, that guy's already at window. And he kills you. Maybe they called it, so maybe your teammates called out that one of them was going to play mid, but No one's playing mid. Easy mid to B split. It's the single most powerful strategy on Dust2 is this mid to B split, because it's actually very hard to counter. Because if they pop a smoke here, very hard to get through that smoke, and there are 3 places you gotta look while you're stuck on B site, 5v2. So it's a very strong strategy, even with one guy going mid. Get you sandwiched, get you killed. Easy, should be an easy win for them. Before I continue, I'm going to say you did do a nice clutch on the 24th round. But as I'm showing all the stuff you should improve on, good clutches, you know, it's when you did things right. So I don't really need to show it. So, you know. So that's why I'm not showing it. I did watch it and it was quite nice. Alright, so this is the last round I'm going to look at. It seems you don't like AWPing, which is perfectly fine. Some people don't like it. Okay, so you probably know you're going to go up against AK, so you don't buy head armor. That's fine. That smoke's fine. Yeah. Okay, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Smoke.
So, I think I know where you want to play on this box. You want to play right on this corner. But if you spend too long positioning on that corner, you can easily get killed, which is, I think, the reason why I looked at this round. Let's have a look. If the T's have a good spawn for B, they get to there in 11 seconds. They can kill you. Well, actually, they can kill you from about here. So let's go. Good spawn. It's about there. 10 seconds. It's now 12 seconds into the round. You should already be in position. If you've got a bad spawn to B, get to there, 9 seconds you get onto this box. So you failed it once, ignore it, play a different position. So yeah, play from here. Yeah, so you know who's already in. That smoke that they threw actually saved you. That incendiaries, it's going to split them into groups of 2, which is good. So, you know, these guys aren't going to push through it, these guys are, but you're still 1v2. And you know that there's a guy in that right smoke. So your teammates get the 1 kill, you almost get the 2nd kill, so that's pretty good for the position you're in. Now the position you're in wasn't a good one, but getting 1 kill and doing 96 damage to the 2nd guy is decent enough. We're just going to watch this round play out. Let's just see what your teammates do. Let's just look at the money's fine. Your teammate could save. 2 of you guys are on low, and you did win the last round. She clutched it quite nicely. 1400. 3 of you can still buy, but probably should save, which I think that's kind of what he's doing. But yeah, so I'll do after this round ends. I'll do a switch. Doesn't save, bad luck. You kind of was trapped. Alright, we're going to do a bit of a recap of what I've gone through. So you've thrown a few useless smokes, so they could be useful. Well, your T1 could be useful, but you got to have someone push out with it. Your CT1 was too late to do much. I believe there was actually one round where they pushed through that smoke with AKs, and you had no idea. You're like, that smoke should have held them. So that smoke is too slow. So try to find another smoke. Maybe throw a flashbang off first, and then walk up to the doors and throw a smoke that way. Unless you're going to be the rotator for long. If you're going to be the rotator, and not the guy who plays long, that smoke's fine, because you can throw that smoke, help the other guy out at long, maybe throw another flashbang or something, and then you can rotate off long and leave the other guy at long with a smoke. Positioning, there's a lot of odd positioning we've talked about, so it's all about, if you can get yourself into the best position, it makes your job 10 times easier of aiming. So, crosshair placement and positioning are up there with how good your aim is to how well you're going to succeed. So if you have all 3 of them, the only other ones you need are, you know, game sense and grenade usage. So they're like the 5 things you need to be a good player. If you got the aim only, you don't have any of the other 4s, you're not going to be very good. If you got aim, positioning, and crosshair placement, so aim and crosshair placement kind of go well together, but if you got those 3, you can be quite a good player. That's not going to be a support player. So if you're a good support player, you need to know grenade usage and a lot of good game sense. But So you only need to work on one or two of them at a time. So if you can improve your positioning, your life in Counter-Strike's going to be much easier. If you can improve your grenade throwing, so some bounced off doors, etc., etc. There's a few flashes that you seem to out here that you flashed yourself. If you throw those flashes over the doors, they're going to work better. If you can actually throw that flashbang straight up, so when you run out of here, you won't see it, but they will see it if they're picking you. So just understanding how grenades work and how to use them effectively is a very good way. I haven't really touched on game sense as much on this video. I've talked a bit about timings, which is a bit of game sense, but apart from that I've kind of ignored it. And then team play. So there's a lot of places where, map control, you don't know who's holding that position. And there ends up being nobody holding that position, and the terrorists go there, or, up here, the CTs go there. So you've got to, so you can actually expand, if you didn't know this, you can expand your mini-map, so you can actually see it completely on, your mini-map. Up here, you can see the whole map, and then you can figure out, okay, so maybe I've got a guy here, I've got a guy here, I've got a guy here, and maybe I've got a guy here. So now I know what map control I have and what I don't have. What I don't have is I don't have any of the bomb sites, and I don't have short, and I don't have long. So maybe, okay, maybe if I take long, then we've got this map control. Maybe I can call my teammates here to do a short push, or call my teammates up here to do a short push. Take a site. So the fact that, if you don't have this mid control on Dust2, which is very pivotable, there. Since you don't have this mid control on Dust2 on a lot of your T rounds, and a few of your CT rounds, so there were rounds where you did have it, which was good, and which you won. You end up winning 16, I think 12 or 16, 11. But you end up winning, which is good. And you personally do 18, 15. You do pretty well. I think you get it, around 18, 15. So you do pretty well. But you could win more rounds by having this mid control. So yeah, you notice the round where the CTs pushed up here and killed you guys. You did, and then there was a round where the CTs pushed out here, killed you guys. The round where the terrorists pushed up here and killed you guys. So, and there was another round. Yeah. Anyways, so there's lots of rounds where there's pushing going on, where there should have been an area that should be controlled by one of your guys, not necessarily you. Not all your fault that this area wasn't controlled. So that that one time in B where you got flanked from both areas, not necessarily your fault, but more team communication being like, oh guys, I'm in B solo, can we get a guy watching mid? Would have been great. Maybe you said that and maybe they didn't listen. I know I don't have voice chat on this one. Apart from that, oh, and the buying. The buying was weird. Stop with the UMPs. Stop with the MP7s. Stop with the buying nothing. Buy armor. But yeah, so buying, positions, timings, grenade usage, and teamwork. That's what this demo is about. Thanks for watching. If you want any more demo reviews, I'll be glad to help.